Go west, young man. Go west. This video is not just about Route 66, but a look into why and how it is part of the DNA of America, and why it captures the hearts and minds of people from Europe and around the world. The desire and allure to go west came long before Route 66. It is ingrained in our consciousness, dating back to our ancestors. For centuries, Europeans looked to America as the land of opportunity. War, famine, oppression, religious persecution, the search for a better life had people migrating to America. 75% of Americans trace their roots to ancestors who migrated from Europe: England, Scotland, Ireland, Spain and Portugal, France, Italy, Germany, Poland, Scandinavia, Eastern Europe and Russia, and more. As early as 1021 AD, Vikings explored North America. Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. For several hundred years, settlers braved wooden ships crossing the Atlantic Ocean, facing storms, malnutrition, and other hardships in search of a better life. Go west, young man, go west, evidently has roots in our ancestors long before Horace Greeley popularized those famous words in 1865. It is seemingly part of our American DNA. As America grew as a country, the urge to move westward blossomed. From the East Coast, settlers moved westward. Famous Americans like Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett, Wild Bill Hickok, even Wyatt Earp all traveled westward during their lives. From St. Louis, wagon trains moved westward, settling towns along the way. People reached the coast and gazed across the blue waters of the Pacific Ocean. The discovery of gold in 1849 sparked a feverish migration to San Francisco. The Transcontinental Railroad was completed in 1869, linking east with west. The land rush of 1889 saw thousands of people move to Oklahoma from east of the Mississippi. California became the land of opportunity, first with the gold rush, then agriculture, and then with the movie industry. Originally based in Fort Lee, New Jersey, and then in New York City, the movie industry followed the trend west. With the first movie credited with the Los Angeles location shot in 1907, favorable weather and ideal sunlight year-round led to most production companies opening studios or moving completely to Tinseltown. In 1926, the first mapped and dedicated route from Chicago to Los Angeles was opened. Roads in each state were joined together to create Route 66, the Mother Road, one named highway to go from the Midwest to the land of dreams, Los Angeles. Portions of the Mother Road have been lost to progress, either upgraded from a two-lane road into a multi-lane divided highway or transformed into the interstate. Sections have been simply abandoned as newer roads replace the old. Decommissioned and forgotten by the authorities, its legend and lore lived on in the hearts and minds of Americans, as much a part of our culture as baseball and apple pie. This very spirit has resulted in historic Route 66 road signs, courtesy of the state's highway departments, while detailed maps and guidebooks describe the route, the alternate routes, and scenic attractions along the way. The Mother Road has become part of the lexicon of America. It represents the spirit of America, that ingrained drive to go west, young man, go west. It is interesting that no other highway has achieved the same fame as Route 66. The Pacific Coast Highway, with scenic vistas overlooking the Pacific. The Blue Ridge Parkway that snakes its way through the Appalachians. The Lincoln Highway, the first transcontinental highway from New York to San Francisco, which opened 13 years before Route 66. US 41 transitions the longest north-south distance in the continental US from the northernmost tip of Michigan to Miami, Florida. And yet none of them have approached anything close to the fame and mystique of Route 66. Route 66 has become the embodiment of the wanderlust spirit, a celebration of a simpler time, a dedication to the human endeavor to seek out and build a better life. It is the embodiment of the Go West, young man, go west fiber that seems to be indelibly intertwined within our DNA. Perhaps it's because Route 66 leads to California and Hollywood, the land of fame and fortune, the desire for a better life, or the hope and dream of becoming a star. And maybe a certain TV show in the early 60s brought the Mother Road home to tens of millions of Americans. And maybe, just maybe, Route 66 truly is a cross-section of America on display. From bustling downtown Chicago on the shore of Lake Michigan, through the farmland of Illinois, then into the gently rolling hills of Missouri, and across the Great Plains of Kansas and Oklahoma, followed by the panhandle of Texas, and into northern New Mexico and Arizona, passing by the petrified forests and near the Grand Canyon. And finally through the Mojave Desert of California, descending into the Los Angeles Basin and on to the Pacific Ocean. Big towns, small towns, every size in between. Lincoln's Tomb and Air and Space museums. Car museums and old diners. Quaint motels and national chains. Old bridges and ghost towns, abandoned buildings and restored gas stations. You get a little bit of everything on Route 66. You get a glimpse of what it was like to traverse across America in a Model T. What people went through to go west in search of a better life. For more than anything, people traveled Route 66 in search of a better tomorrow. Perhaps Route 66 has become intertwined in the lexicon of Americana because it is a trail of people searching for a better life, that promise of hope and opportunity, the American dream. This series is about my journey across Route 66 at the tail end of my 66th year. Few plans, one destination. 2 weeks vacation and see what's there to be seen. No mapped itineraries, few planned stops. Each day waking and deciding what might be that day's destination, where the journey is the adventure more than the destinations. I hope you'll join me on my journey as I wend my way across America. Each episode will cover a different segment, and hopefully you'll find it enlightening and enjoyable. Thanks for watching.